how big was your team? Like,
honestly, it was me, and there was, I think I'd hired somebody who had been. In fact, there was a couple of mates that had been let go through COVID.
Because you launched it in COVID?
Right, it was 3 months before. So a couple of people I knew, I said, look, could you support me a bit of freelance work, this kind of thing. And so we had about two or three people, working on it, kind of supporting me. But again, I wasn't able to pay them much, but they weren't asking for much, thankfully. Yeah. But there was a turning point. We kind of raised a bit of capital at the end of that year. Again, didn't have a business plan. Kind of threw out. I was looking to raise some capital. Had a bunch of meetings. I was like, right, I'm going to have a full business plan for you in 2 weeks, and kind of went back and repitched those people, and thankfully got the money. But I remember there was probably one of the launch points was I was sat in this meeting with this football agent, and she was like, can you get PS5's? I said, do you remember when the PS5?
Bro, what? Bro, do you know what? Do you know what is crazy? Sorry to stop you there, bro. I've got a friend of mine, KM Kicks, and I literally asked him, because he can get like trainers. I was just like, I just went out on a whim and I just said, yo, bro, could you get me a few PS5? And it was like, oh, bro, yeah, I can get anything. So it just reminded me of that, because if you can get trainers, hear me out, guys. If you can get trainers, you can get PS5s. Trust me. Right. In the future, ask your plug. Sorry, carry on.
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of the plugs, right, are into sneakers. They are on it. They honestly, they'll see all the trends. I mean, when Uggs were coming out, like probably a year before they became cool, these guys were trading them and trading them hard. Yeah. Same with Pokemon cards, PS5s.
Bro,
I had no clue. And I was asked a question, could you get them? And I was like, yeah, of course we can. I thought, fuck,
Oh, so you just lied? Like,
no. I didn't lie. It was bizarre that actually that day, a guy that kind of supported us right at the beginning, he's really big in the reseller space, really good lad. And he had mentioned it to me that day, and then I kind of thought about it. He was like, he had a couple, and I didn't really think much of it. So when she was like, can you get 44?
44 PS5s,
and we're going to go to this professional football team.
What?
I'm thinking, okay, I'm fairly sure we can. I feel like he told me he could.
Yeah.
So I've turned around to him and said, can we do this? And literally, the next 24 hours was us just procuring this product and like shipping them out in taxis,
taxis, bro.
to professional footballers. Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing 24, 48 hours. Just
That's
suddenly.
So random, bro.
And this is when PS5s were right. This is literally on drop day. So I don't think he slept. Poor lad, for about 24 hours. Just
of course not.
People dropping them off at his house, him sensor checking them off, and off we went. So
how much? Is that? How much were you selling them for, if you don't mind me asking?
I think at that point they were between. I mean, this is literally on drop day.
Okay.
I think they were averaging between £800 to 1K.
No!
I think
that stings.
I'm fairly sure, if my memory serves me correctly, it was pretty damn high.
Oh.
They then dropped, because then there was a period where they were between 700 and 800, and then they dropped down to about 550 after time. But right at the beginning, it was pretty punchy. Yeah.
I was one of the lucky ones that managed to get a PS5 on drop day, but I got it at retail because I'm really good friends with that KM Kicks, who I was just saying. But man, when it came around to Christmas and my nephew was like, "Uncle, can I have a PS5?" Yeah. I looked in his eyes, bro. I couldn't say no. I had to get him one. I ended up paying. It actually hurts me. I think I paid like $650 to £7. Cried, bro.
I mean, actually, that's what we were buying them for. I mean, we weren't we weren't buying them at retail. We were still buying them ourselves for.
It was just the fact you could get them and then build that relation. Is that where you're getting onto?
Exactly. So that's exactly that, and it's kind of how do we, as we've built, and obviously it kind of built to a point where, we had celebrity investors and partnered with Chicago Bulls and these guys. Really it was the how you get the product bit, and obviously we'd kind of built this great network of resellers that would plug into our platform.
Mad.
And these guys and girls, as I say, they're on it. They know where to get the product, whether it be in UK, whether it be in the UK or they get it shipped out from somewhere in Europe. And you know, we just kind of had to make sure we were the platform they would come to, you know, first. So, yeah.
Wow, that's so mad. I bet you have so many other stories like that in terms of buying and getting product. But what I did want to, before we get back into Edit London, what I did want to ask is, like, do you know in your earlier, like growing up and things like that, did you always have like a keen interest in shoes? And did you start off with, like, because bro, the way I started off with collecting shoes, I was so broke. My first pair of crepes that I ever bought was like some £20 Voy jeans shoes. They were like pumps.
Oh wow,
bro, they were bad. I had no style. I was probably like 15, 16, no style. Voy jeans. I had the white pair, the black pair with the colourful laces. Obviously, your shoe selection was way better than that. But how did that start?
You know, same with everyone. You know, you used to wear the stuff like the Reebok Classics, you know, the Stan Smiths and all that kind of stuff, the superstars, which I know are making a bit of a resurgence now. Yeah, I mean, like on that tip, I remember going into our local store. Do you remember Cat Boots, Caterpillar?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. It's sort of like, it's not Tim's, but it's sort of like that sort of avenue.
So back in the day, I grew up in Exeter, down the southwest. So Caterpillars were like the thing.
Yeah.
And the only pair you could get in Exeter were probably 1.5 sizes too big for me. But did I get my mum to get them for me? Of course I did.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There's me rolling around like clown feet. But
I
felt cool for that like few months I was wearing them.
Mad.
So it all made sense at the time. But
yeah, of course. So that was your first pair where you thought, okay, this is sick, and that's what. Wait, so what made you fall in love with shoes? Was Caterpillar boots?
No, I think no.
No, I'm playing.
Yeah, give me that.